Guys, so today I'm bringing guys a brand new sports cards video. In today's video, I did want to show you guys some cards that I think are a great time to get into right now. Obviously with a little bit of a dip in basketball prices recently, as focus has shifted towards football. You know, football prices are going quite crazy right now, and some other sports such as baseball. But basketball is a little bit on the low right now, and that means it's a great time to be buying cards, especially in basketball. So that's where I'm focusing a lot of my money right now, along with football, because football is kind of a flaming hot market currently. But yeah, before we get into that, I do want to say, as you guys know, I have my Sports Card Invest membership program, and even though the market has not been quite as hot as it was before, we are making more money than ever. Most recently, this Christian McCaffrey, around 2 weeks ago, we are buying this card up for just $150 in a PSA 10. Currently, the last sale is $466. And a lot of my members have been making a killing recently with my picks and with our research, my team and I. So if you guys would be interested in joining, it is $7 for the month or $40 for the year. You can click the link down below. The premium report actually drops today, Sunday, and then the report, or the premium yearly members will get the report on today on Sunday, and then Monday for yearly and monthly members. But yeah, I really think it's, you know, a great way to go ahead and make some money if you're a little bit stuck, don't know what to get into. We've been making around 60% returns on our money every 2 to 3 weeks, which is quite good. That's about almost doubling our money, you know, every 2 to 3 weeks, which is quite good. And then yeah, you guys can use code YouTube to get you 10% off. But without further ado, we're gonna hop right into this video. So the first guy we have, you know, so my kind of thinking right here is that if we are, you know, investing in, I guess kind of for more to start, you know, obviously the market's cooled down a little bit in basketball because guys like Luka, Zion, you know, Ja Morant, those kind of hyped up players, and Giannis, the kind of hyped up players that people had a lot of money into, they got knocked out of the playoffs, and prices went down heavy on those guys. And when those guys went down, obviously along that, there's going to have some other guys that go down with them, because now if Luka, rather than Luka being $2,000 and Trey having to catch up, if Luka goes back down to $1,300, then Trey must go down as well, because it's all kind of relative to each other. Every single market is relative to other, you know, objects or whatever is in the market, in this case sports cards, right? So if everything is kind of relative to prices, if Luka was $2,000 and Trey was $400, Trey was a very good buy. But then when Luka, you know, when Trey goes up to $600 and then Luka goes down to $1,300, you know, Trey goes back down to $400, and that's kind of how it works, and that's caused this little spiral of stuff to go down. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're sitting at right now. So personally, when I'm thinking of the market bouncing back in basketball, which I'm sure it will one day, obviously, you know, I'm really looking at around the time that 2020, 2021 Prism drops. I think that will bring a lot of hype back into basketball. And obviously the, you know, hype up for next season, seeing, you know, KD and Kyrie, all that type of stuff brings hype. So my personal prediction for when the market will really, you know, come back and be scorching hot again, is November, December time. Obviously, you know, we could see a big increase before November, December, but that's kind of unpredictable. I wouldn't be able to predict, you know, when exactly it will go up, you know, before November, December, but I can really see, you know, it popping back up in November and December with all the hype surrounding new Prism basketball set dropping, and then obviously the new NBA season. So some guys I'm really stacking up for next season. So I predict the, you know, market will start to get hot again next season, and I think Steph Curry is one guy who will really benefit from this. I think his cards are going to have a great run. Obviously he's, you know, one of the best he is probably the best shooter of all time. He's definitely, you know, got a lot of, you know, a lot of rings. He has MVP, first unanimous MVP. I really think he is someone who's very undervalued in the market right now. I think cards like this right here, a star rookie, is very underpriced, because we saw what happened to LeBron's, you know, second and third best cards. And I think Steph's are going to do the same. He's really, I guess undervalued right now. If we're looking at guys like Luka, Trey's prices, like Steph is undervalued for sure. And I think next season, with the Warriors back, both Steph and Clay will benefit a lot from this. Possibly Wiggins, possibly Draymond, but Steph and Clay are two very safe guys to go with. They've already cemented their legacy, and any more championships is just, higher prices. So that's definitely some guy I'm really looking at. I'm really looking at LeBron right now, and I'll tell you guys why. So LeBron, obviously, he's still in the playoffs. He could go up a lot more if he wins another championship, but even if the market is not too hot, when he wins another championship, say he wins a championship in October, and the market's not too hot, obviously in the kind of GOAT conversation, that will give LeBron a bump up. If he has 4 rings now, I think long term, if we're looking 4 to 5 years from now, he will be looked at on Jordan's level, if not, a tier below, right below Jordan, which he currently is right now. And if he wins, he could possibly take that GOAT status, and that will really drive up his prices long term, because, a 4th ring, every single ring at this point is just going to, I guess looking back on, this time 20 years from now, we're going to really see, LeBron's prices going up. If not, in the next 2 to 3 years, long term, I can really see LeBron's card prices going up. And then obviously going into next season, LeBron will have 4 rings if he wins this year. And even if not, LeBron still cemented himself as the top 2 player of all time, top 3 player of all time. And that's why I really think, he's a very safe investment and has the potential to, pop and go crazy if they win the championship this year. So I'm really liking LeBron for those reasons. Kevin Durant is someone I think's really still flying under people's radars. I really love his Topps Chrome, his Topps as well. I think they're both very undervalued. Kevin Durant is some guy who next year we could hear a lot about, with the Nets. First time seeing KD and Kyrie, playing together. That's really going to be exciting for basketball fans, and that's going to cause prices to go through the roof, I believe. Unless, obviously, you can't predict the overall market in this world with COVID and everything. But, aside from that, I think the card market's going to stay hot, and KD's prices should go up a lot next year. I'm really liking his Topps Chrome just because, his Topps base, there were overprinted. So basically there were a lot of these printed. So I believe his Topps Chrome's really going to be, a card that goes up a lot. Even his Topps Chrome 2008, which is his second year cards, I think these are going to go up a lot because this is a very iconic set with Kobe's and LeBron's 2008. They're very iconic, and I think 2008 Topps Chrome could be the next set that possibly pops and goes crazy, and it is second year Kevin Durant, so I'm really liking that. And then obviously 2007, his rookie year, his Topps Chrome is a very low pop card. And then if you guys are a little bit on the lower end and do not quite have thousands to spend, which a lot of people don't, most people don't, I would definitely recommend going with his Chronicles, his Prism Chronicles, which is his first Prism card in a Nets jersey. Currently, you can get these around $20. I think they're a quite good deal. They have the potential to go up quite a lot, next season if they have a good year. Obviously, it's KD's first year in a Nets jersey. And then I'm also looking at guys like Kyrie. I'm personally not a big fan of Kyrie, but I believe the hype around him and KD will be there next year. And it's 2012 Prism, so hard to go wrong with that. So that's why I'm really liking Kyrie. But yeah, overall, I'm really looking towards next season in basketball. I think there are a lot of guys undervalued right now, such as John Collins, who are a little bit on the lower end. But, John Collins is a stud, I think. He's a 20-10 player. Obviously, his card prices are very cheap right now because the Hawks didn't even make the bubble. So that's definitely showing, a great opportunity to make some money with this, Prism Silvers or whatever it is. If he can stay healthy and have a good year with Trey next season, I can really see prices start to go up. And then obviously Trae Young, I think he, is quite undervalued right now just because, he's a 30-point per game scorer. The I guess the Hawks have not surrounded Trae Young with a lot of good talent, but towards the end of the season, obviously they brought in Clint Capella, and John Collins was kind of injured for some of last season, so I think Trae's really going to have a bump in prices this offseason. I think Trae is, he's obviously one of the most fun players to watch, and just all those things combined, and then with other stars of his caliber, really going up. Obviously Trae has already actually gone up a little bit. He was at around 440 currently. They're ranging from around, you occasionally can find them for 425 or something, but I've seen many sell for around 500, as you guys can see. So I definitely, I'm really liking Trae. Basically all these teams that weren't in the bubble and the hype has kind of, wore off, it's a great time to get in, because next season when they're back and playing and dropping 30 pieces, and Trae Young drops a 50-point game possibly, prices will really start to jump, I believe. The season is always when prices are the hottest, and as teams start to get knocked out, prices will go down, which is understandable, but I think Trae's a very good buy. And just for the overall season, next year, if you guys have any picks of specific players you think will pop off and have a breakout season, I would recommend buying right now, because prices will not stay this low for very long. This is one of the little off-season classic dip, so it's a great buying opportunity for next season. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. Once again, if you guys are interested in my Sports Card Invest membership program, click the link down below. Use code YouTube to get you 10% off. Other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy, and I'm out. Peace.